Welcome to the Swirl Suite, everybody. Happy MLK Day. How are you guys doing today?
Oh, yes. Happy MLK Day.
Yeah. Do you guys celebrate that in Paris?
Girl, no.
Okay. I didn't think so.
Girl, they don't celebrate people here. Like, I don't think they have a day for any person. No. The days they get are, like, religious.
Oh, okay.
So, saints and stuff.
Well, that makes sense.
Like, does it?
For where you are, yes. Yeah.
Oh, my God. For these secular people. Whatever.
Hi, everybody. I'm Sarita. You can follow me at Find Me Up. You can follow the Swirl Suite podcast at Swirl Suite on all social media. I'm here with Grummy's Glass. And
hi. I was just about to say, you can call. Wait a minute. We got some new stuff.
No, nothing new. And we have a special guest with us today. Alicia, how are you?
I'm doing amazing.
Wonderful.
I know. I'm like, dang, I'm going to just start saying it. And then maybe one day I'm invested in this happen.
I've had a 3-day weekend, so.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, Alicia, tell everybody who you are and what you do.
Thank you. Well, hello, everyone in the Swirl Suite family and audience. My name is Alicia Maria. I'm the owner and founder of the Wine Noire. We were founded in September 2017, and we are a women-owned and women of color wine collective that works with minority and women winemakers to help expand their importing, exporting, wholesale, and distribution arm of their business. So yeah, that's what I do.
That's a big job you have.
Right.
Yes.
I'm like, that's a lot.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm like, I take naps.
Yes. Now, do I work all of those simultaneously? We'll talk more about that.
That's one of the questions on our list. So we'll get to
Yes.
So how did this all get started? How did you get into the wine industry?
So we're in 2020, so about 11, I'll say around 2009. I've always been like a wine person, but not really deep into wine. But when I turned 30, I attended, I had friends that were like, would go to wineries. And one of the most popular wineries here in the Bay Area that a lot of us go to is the Chandon and Visa Tui. Those are like the big ones that are kind of inclusive, and you don't really have to be so into wine to really appreciate the wine and the scenery. So when I turned 30, I had a birthday party at Chandon with like 15 of my girlfriends, and that was just where it started. Like, I just loved all the wines that they had, and I became a wine club member, but I was also talking to our server there and just talking to them about the wine industry because it just looked so fun. Like, I mean, we were having a ball and just the wines were amazing. So from there, it just kind of piqued my interest. And that whole summer in 2009, I think I spent every weekend or every other weekend in wine country, like literally in Napa, just having a good time with friends. Instead of going to clubs, we would just go on Saturday and Sunday to the to the wineries. So yeah, from there, I went to I think it was the last African American Vintners Association's symposium that they had that year, and I was invited by a friend of mine because I noticed when I was going to Napa the lack of diversity in the tasting rooms. So from there, I'm always here living in the Bay Area. It's very multicultural, but the further into Napa and Sonoma you get into or Mendocino County is of course not as diverse in the tasting room. So luckily one of my friends invited me to the African American Vintners Symposium in the summer. And then that's where I met Mac McDonald. I met Theopolis. I just met a lot of people in the industry and didn't even know it existed. I didn't even know we owned any vineyards, the Estrelina brothers at that time. And from there, a few years later, I ended up becoming, I would say about 7 years later, I became an ambassador for Boisset. I think everyone knows the Boisset line. And I did that for, in 2016 for about a year and a half. And I was doing amazing, selling a lot of John Legend and just, doing well with that. And then I met Selena at an event. And I had always wanted to do business in Africa. And then when I met her at an Oakland wine festival, in early 17 in the summer. She was, did a presentation. And then from there, I said, I want to know who you are. Like, I want to work for you.
Yeah, she's
And then,
amazing.
yeah, so from there, she actually lives in LA, so it was really cool. Linked up with her. She gave me the rundown about her. I did some research on her. And I think I saw one of your podcasts. I did some
she's been on the she's been on the show.
You went back to the
so from there, I signed up. I formed my company, and I noticed there was a lack of distribution after talking with her and just her journey. That was the main issue we were having here in the Bay Area. Like, there are distributors, but that focus primarily on our wines, our spirits, that's non-existent. So Selena was, the LA part of it. I just said, well, why don't I just do, get into it, because everyone is producing wine, which we still need more wine producers, but there's no supply chain for it. So while I signed up with her as a wine broker, I was just selling out the remaining of her inventory while I was getting licensed. And then I started in September 2017 and became licensed as an importer in January of 2018.
Was that a difficult to become an importer? Was that hard to do, getting your licensing and all that?
I'm not really. But if you're not a person that's a legalese type person and just really into, because it is very regulated. So at the federal level, it was, once I really understood the process, it wasn't difficult. The process that was difficult is that basically they will not award you an importer license unless you have to have importers be interested in you. They have to send you letters. So Selena, along with my relationships, she was able to help me with that process. So, yeah, but it's not hard at all. It's not hard. But at the state level, that's a whole nother story with ABC here in California.
Gotcha. And speaking of California, what is it like being, because you're from Oakland, right?
Born and raised,
Yeah. What's it like being from Oakland and like living in California and being amongst, like, I know that we have issues with diversity in some of the tasting rooms, but Oakland is booming as far as people of color and wine. What is it like to be a part of that?
It is so amazing. And I will say the boom has just recently happened with the younger, like our generation, because it used to be more exclusive. Like in 2009, it was more so in wine country, Mac McDonald's generation, even with Andre Mac just being in those areas. But once the McBride sisters really took off, it really, in Oakland, what's interesting is that we are an event heavy city. Like literally, we just had Afrotech out here. We have events 365 days out the year. So it's really amazing. We have a lot of like wine shops and things like that. It's amazing, but it's still not diverse. The ownership is not diverse.
Right.
So yeah, we're in droves. African Americans and other people of color are supporting. You'll see us in the tasting rooms. You'll even see African Americans working, but it's still, the ownership part is not there. We don't even have a Black wine lounge or a Black wine shop, you would think. So, but it's still progressive. It's still, I don't feel discriminated against. I don't feel that at all, but I think that it's getting better. I know my friend, she's getting ready to open up the first Black wine lounge called Magnolia Wine Street. And I can talk more about that later, or give you guys some information about that.
Oh, that's awesome. That's great. Let's see what's my next question. Oh, so tell us more about your business, the Wine Noire, and like the other things that you do, because you also have a wine club.
Yes. So the wine club will launch later this summer. So, but the Wine Noire, what we are, as I mentioned in the introduction, is that we are broken up into 4 components, sometimes 5. Wholesale distribution, which is one arm, and then the import export, which is another arm. And then I also do wine consulting, which is, I'm going to start picking that up more later in the year. And so with the wine club, and some of the wines that I have in my portfolio, again, I partner with Selena to wholesale a lot of her existing inventory, which was House of Mandela, Mahudi, Seven Sisters. So primary focus is women and women of color brands. I've had Brazilian wines like Don Garino, Casa Valduga. So I have those wines. So mainly what I've been doing for the last year and a half is working a lot on the wholesale and distribution. I have my own warehouse that I sublet here in nearby in Oakland, where I house all of the wine. And so I work a lot with, the first year I did a lot of restaurants. You know, pitching to a lot of restaurants. My whole thing was like, if you're a Black-owned restaurant, you should have at least 50% of your wines or spirits should be Black-owned or people of color. So I did that heavy for the first year in 2018. But then my business really started picking up because we have a big tech community and we have a lot of event planner and management companies. And so I switched my business model to sell only directly to B2B companies like Google, Facebook,
That's smart.
And I work with a lot of event planners. So they have, liquor licenses. So a lot of my wine I've been selling big time in wholesale. And then my direct to consumer clients, I do a lot of pop-up events. So over the summer, I have my own pop-up location with the art studio. And so I do a lot of pop-ups to get a lot of the customer interest to sell the wines. So right now I'm working on the wholesale distribution, building that up, building my inventory. And then this year I'm going to South Africa and I'll be importing wines in on my own finally.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so
that's exciting.
Yes, I'm excited. This is an expensive business. I mean, to run a full-fledged company like mine, even at a small level, which I am a boutique, you need minimum $1 million. And did I have that? No. So that's why I partner with Heritage and I started off doing wholesale distribution. But now I'm in the process of going to launch a crowdfund campaign later in the year so people can be shareholders so that I can, expand. My goal is to be like one of the top women-owned, minority-owned import and distribution companies of wine. That's the goal.
Wow. I'm so impressed. That's really amazing.
And speechless. I'm like, okay.
Right.
I'm still stuck on that million.
Oh, I know. Wine is it's a rich man's game. Like, I mean, from a consumer, but it's very, and I'll just say this. I have my own palate for what I like, but as in the business of wine, I taste for the consumer.
Yeah.
Right. So I sell my wines, the type of wines that I sell, or I focus on international and domestic, but I tend to keep a price point between $15.99 to $30. Those are the ranges of wines that I stick with. I haven't ventured into the luxury market yet. So.
Can we talk about the tariffs really quick? Well, see, you don't.
Yes.
Yeah. So please tell us how you feel. Well, I just saw that they reached a deal. I saw that like a few hours ago.
Okay.
I don't really know what that means, but it seems like it's no longer an issue, but I don't know. I don't know yet.
Okay.
But please tell us your thoughts about the tariffs and how they would affect you.
Okay, so my thoughts on the tariffs, of course, I'm not in support of it. I wasn't in support of the 25%, but definitely this 100% would have been devastating to the entire market. Here in California, I just listened to a podcast, one of our industry podcasts, and listened to one of the master somms and one of the beverage directors at a big beverage house here. And literally, if that 100% tariff would have passed, literally the cost of French champagne, all international European, would have just literally tapped out a lot of importers here in California, because you have a lot of them who majority of their portfolios are European wines. So it would have, it could have been a positive for California, because then we can just encourage people to drink California wine. But there's like a percentage of the business of imported wines that we, being the 5th largest economy in the world, that we support. So I'm not in support of it when it comes to my business, even though I don't particularly the regions that I am focusing on are South Africa, regions in South America. There are some, I would love to get our sister Marisa Sierra, I would love to get her champagnes here. So it would have had an impact, like if I were trying to import her champagne, you know, I wouldn't do it because it's, you know, so definitely it would have impacted my business. I just think that I would have pivoted, you know, and still stuck with South Africa, stick with regions that is not impacting. And it could have been an advantage for me, but also as a community, we're like family. You know, so I just think it wasn't a good idea, and it had nothing to do with us.
Right,
you know?
exactly.
A lot of the tech companies, when I read the article, a lot of the tech companies were pushing for it, like Facebook and Google. I'll send you some articles. I was real shocked at some of the players that were supporting this tariff. You know, so you know, I hope that, you know, whatever, you know, the outcome is that happened today is gonna put everyone at ease.
Wow. Boy, oh boy. Were they talking about the tariffs in France at all?
Not
Paris?
at all.
Wow.
Not at all. And someone asked me that too. I was like, let me see. And I was like, no one said a word. I don't even think they knew it was happening, because I guess it didn't really affect them per se. They're like, all right, we still gonna drink it.
Yeah,
we're still gonna send it to, you know, China and Spain and, you know,
and that's what they would do, is pivot. They would, basically it would impact, because all the French producers would do is, like you said, just sell to other countries. But see, the U.S. market is the big, well, in my opinion, the biggest, like, consumption of wine. Yeah, you have the Chinese, but it's like, you know, we consume a lot of wine here.
Wow.
But yeah, that was not talk here at all. And someone asked me that too. But
interesting. So, Alicia, is your goal still to own your own vineyard? I read your article in Cuisine Noire.
Yes.
Yeah. Is that your goal?
So, yeah. So, I have several goals, but yeah, I would love to own a vineyard. I don't know where. Like, I would love to own one here, but even if it's in South Africa, wherever, like, and I do want to produce one day and own like a wine shop. Like, I do want those things. So I would love to, like, long-term goal is like to build the distribution business and importing business up, get some partners on, and then, you know, progress to making my own label. And then, you know, and I would invest with other people too. If I can get a group of people, of us, and we all become joint owners. I don't only want it to just be me, but just a place we can all go. So yeah, that is the goal, is to have a vineyard, because I'm a big owner of, importance of land. Like, in order for us to have legacy in the industry, we all have our niches, and every niche is important, from what you guys do to media, blogging, all of this, and the event side. But every industry plays an integral part in the present and the future of wine. But producing and owning the land, the grapes, like, that is big. You know, you know, so definitely that's maybe a 15-year plan. Hopefully, I don't know, but it'll come in my retirement years.
Yeah. Where would you want to grow your grapes?
Oh. Lord, I probably would say, you know what? I love Napa, like, literally. I mean,
how did I know you were going to say that?
But, you know, it's just, I just love it. Like, I watch all these documentaries on Napa, and it's just being there. It's just really, I know it's overrated to some, but it's just nostalgic. I actually stay 30 minutes. I don't live in Oakland anymore, but I live about 35 minutes from Napa.
Wow.
So it's kind of like, you know, there's some hidden gems wherever I go. I rent an Airbnb, and I'll just stay there and just kind of go. Like, it's like my peace of mind. So if there was some land free in Napa, which is rare, it's hard to get.
Yeah.
I would grow in Napa and grow a traditional cab, like, literally.
That's awesome. I can see you doing that too.
Yeah. What are you guys drinking?
I'm drinking a cava. I don't know how to pronounce the name of it. La Granja. I think that's how you say it. But it has a cute little bird on the front.
Nice.
But yeah, I've been trying new cavas all weekend, and this one is different. It's I think it's more food friendly than it is than drinking by itself. But It's pretty good. It's really cold outside, so I really have a taste for something red, but I didn't have anything in the house.
Yes.
At the moment. Are you
Step
drinking?
your game up, ma'am.
I know.
Yeah, of course, I support local. Right now, I'm drinking the She Can.
The She Can.
I was one of the winners of the scholarship, so I have to always support. So yeah, this is a Sauvignon Blanc. You can find these at Safeway. They're the McBride sisters are really like just blowing it up here. So yeah, it's really good. I just had the rosé like 2 days ago, and for me, I like canned wines. It's something new for me. Of course, I love the bottle, but
yeah, we like canned wines too.
Yeah. We have a few. Ease of a can. You can just pop that right on open.
Yeah, yeah. It's a winery. Do you come to the East Coast very often?
The last time I came to DC, oh my God, was like during the 2012, the inauguration, the second inauguration. I was there.
Was Clinton in office?
No, Obama. I know her. It's been so long. And then I came for All Star like back in the day. So I only been like twice.
Back in the day.
I know. I love the DMV though. Like I used to want to live out there.
Yeah, we have a big Black wine community here.
Yes,
a lot of Black tasters here, and we're big fans of a lot of the local wines. So yeah, you got to come out and hang with us.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm also just wanted to say I'm going to be part of. Also, when you were talking about the community of the Bay Area and Oakland, I'm actually there. We partner a lot with the chefs out here. So, we have chef tastemakers out here. We have people like myself, who's a wine aficionado, and then we have dessert makers. And so I'm going to be part of a big, it's called the Black Winemakers, Black Wine and Food Festival. So we do this every year. So I'll send it to you guys. It's already sold out, but we have a lot of those events. We also have, just for Black History Month, I'm going to do like 3 or 4 events. So we do a lot of that. Like we do a lot of like events. That's the thing to expose people, because you guys probably get this all the time. I didn't know that there were Black wines. I get that all the time from people, not just, Black folks too. Like they still don't know. And I'm wondering in this day of social media, why, but I guess it's the message.
I feel like everybody, I'm not sure your age bracket, but I feel like everybody like 40 and over knows brown, but that's it. That's the only one that they know.
I actually went when Brown first opened their tasting room. I went there on the first day.
What? Wow.
Yeah, so I was a Brown library member for years. Prior to that, I used to go to the vineyard all the time prior to their opening their tasting room. And just their story is amazing. It's just an amazing story. The Estrelina brothers, I don't know if you remember them, they had a vineyard in Hillsborough and they lost that. So there's just so many, it's just a lot. We have a small community out here, but again, it's like my target market is like Gen Xers, millennials. Those are like my market of getting the word out.
Yeah. No, I hear you. Okay. So the next part of our show, we just have a handful of questions that are random and not so rapid. So you can go on and on if you choose. Okay. What is your favorite comfort food?
Oh my gosh. Dessert, food. I love tacos. I
was about to say California. You're going to say tacos.
Oh my God. I eat tacos like maybe a couple of times a week, like literally. But tacos. And for dessert, I love like the little mini red velvet cupcakes. I love that. I know that's crazy, but it's just, street tacos or steak tacos and red velvet cupcakes. I know that's a weird combination.
Tanisha, is yours still the same?
Girl, nothing changes about me. Girl, I am predictable. I'm lying, but no, that part hasn't changed. Other things changed, but no, that hasn't changed.
And remind the people what yours is.
I'm pretty sure I said fried chicken.
Oh yeah, who doesn't like fried chicken either?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure of that.
Yeah, mine shifts right this week. I was hard on chicken livers, so I made some yesterday. That's comforting to me. I like that. I love chicken livers. And
Okay.
when you go, sometimes when you go to, I went to a lot of winter parties in the past couple of months, and they've been doing this thing where they fry mac and cheese in a little ball.
What?
So they just make a ball out of like a small little, like a meatball size of mac and cheese, roll it in like breadcrumbs and they
flour.
fry.
I was gonna say flour or breadcrumbs.
That sounds
Everything
good.
about that.
Oh my
sounds
God,
amazing.
it's so good. And it's just like the perfect bite of mac and cheese. Like you can go back or you can just be satisfied with that bite. And it's, I love it.
Do you dip it in anything? Like, do they have like a dipping sauce? Because
they just,
that would be delicious too. Like in the marinara sauce, like you do a regular
no, that
cheese
would be
stick.
good.
Like, I think that would be
That
tasty.
would be
like some kind of pesto sauce.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Nope. They just go ahead and serve them up. Yeah, so I love that.
All right, I'm about to come up with a weekend plan.
Okay, my next question is, have you ever had a bad job?
A bad job?
Oh, well, a job that you hated.
Yes. So in my day job, I do a lot of consulting in healthcare and biopharm in the area of training.
Hold on. So you actually have a day job also?
Yeah, I do.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
You're going to make that $1 million.
Well, caveat, I don't have any children, right? So that kind of frees me up. I am single, actively dating, so I'm not really committed 100%. So I have 100% of my time. So that's kind of like the only caveat. So I'm sure.
I got you. That matters.
Yeah. So I've had a bad job, and because I do a lot of contract work and my business is primary. And the last job I had, I actually, I just left. I know that's unprofessional, but it got to the point where I did not come back.
Oh, wait, you just left like for the day and didn't come back?
Well, yeah, and didn't come back. I called the agency and said, I've been here 5 months, and the person, I just couldn't do it. But luckily I had money in the bank, and I had another contract lined up maybe about a month later. So.
And at least you called, because I've left some Jones and never said a word. Like, all right, y'all, see you later. And
I just feel like in corporate, and that could be a whole nother conversation. I just feel like in this, in this administration we're in, it's like a lot of microaggressions.
Oh, for sure.
Lately. And when you have your own business, or you have a business on the side, and you are empowered and you make your own money, it's like us as African Americans, we don't have to take it. It's like, okay, we know our value and we can detect. So I noticed lately, within the last like 5 or 6, maybe 10 years, it's just been a lot of microaggression. I know why, but it's like my tolerance as a Black woman to be stressed out, I can't do that. So if it doesn't feed my soul, I'll, make sure I budget so that I can live, have my peace of mind.
I feel you. Tanisha, what about you?
Have I ever had a bad job? Girl, how you think I got here?
I know.
Like, I quit a job and left the country. Okay.
I know. I admire that. Oh my God. You're in France,
and
right?
We're done. Yes.
Oh my God. I love Paris and the wine country out there.
Yeah. So I've had bad jobs. That's a plural.
Yeah. I honestly say that I can't say that I had a bad job. It's the people that I couldn't handle. And that's what pushed me out.
Okay. I've had both.
Yeah.
The job was terrible, and then there have been terrible people. And then there was a job with terrible people. A terrible job with terrible people.
Oh no. Yeah.
I love working from home. Like that
Me
is
too.
I have a home office. Like I love working remotely. Like I don't have to be in a corporate office. Like when people complain about being isolated, no, I have an active social life. I want to get out of bed when
you
I
better
want
preach.
to.
Yeah.
So ever since I had hit about 30-ish, I left. I kind of do the gig economy thing. I do that.
What's that mean? What's that mean?
So working, getting out of the traditional 9 to 5 and just kind of whatever I do, it's basically working from home, still 9 to 5 or 8 hours, but just have an independent lifestyle. So I can be location independent, work from home, You know, I pay my own benefits, which, you know, so things like that.
Oh, okay, got it.
Yeah, it's harder to do, but after a while, to me, the peace of mind is like, for me, it's like amazing.
Yeah, the peace of mind is good. Some people just struggle with that because of stability.
Yeah, it's hard.
Like, yeah, not for everyone. But with today's, you know, in this day and age, I mean, the gig economy is something that's big. You know, so really just to bring it other terms, gig economy would be like if you work for Uber or
okay,
you know,
gotcha.
Something like that, where you just grabbing contracts and you have gigs when they come.
I get it.
Because you can drive a car, you know, take people around. You can do delivery as far as food. They have it where you can do odd jobs for people. Like you can go clean people's houses or run their errands, you know, get their groceries or things like that.
I get it.
So some people just like that flexibility of being able to do a job when they want to do it. Yeah. And then when they don't want to do a job, you know, for whatever reason, then they don't have to, you know, they don't have to work.
Have you all heard of Remote Year?
No. Oh, no.
Yeah. And I know some people who run a Remote Year organization who did
really
it for a year and then organize it for a year to help other people do it. Mm-hmm.
How does that work? Or you can, is that you just work remotely for a year?
Yeah, but you do it in different countries. So it's like you have 4 different countries and you're there for 3 months each in the different countries. Yeah, so you get to see those countries and, you know, you have your own remote job.
I'm definitely going to check it out.
Yeah, I think I was looking at it because a coworker told me about it. Of course, the people that you work for currently have to agree to it. Or you have to be able to, you know, whatever your business is, work remotely. And they arrange for everything. They arrange that you have your Wi-Fi, whatever that you need, you know, to work remotely
Office
in
space,
the country,
all that.
In the countries.
Okay, that's awesome.
Yeah, and so many options.
Maybe I would do that for Africa. Because I'm actually going to South Africa in about 45 days. I'll leave March 2nd.
I like that you're working on the days. So 45 days, I'm out.
Yes. I'm just going to be in Cape Town for those full 2 weeks and I know I should go to Joburg, but I'll make a second trip.
Girl, please. Have we been to Africa? No.
Right.
I'm just going to Cape Town.
No, but let me tell you, it took me 2 years. No, I've been in business 2 years and 5 months. It took me that long to kind of get, you know, to save and to do, because I like to travel a certain way too. I'm not one of those people that be in hostels. I can't do that. That's just not me. But, you know, yes. So finally, I'm going to be there for 2 weeks in March, visiting wineries, Black wineries, and all that. And hopefully I can document all that stuff. So I'll see what I can do.
Is Selena going to be there too?
Oh, no, this is separate. So, Selena and I, we still deal with each other, but I'm more independent.
Okay.
So I sold most of her inventory out, probably, let me see, several hundreds of cases of wine.
Wow.
And so yeah, this is all independent, but she's referred me to some of her clients. And so yeah, but I've found some new Black winemakers that I posted, and yeah, it's a lot of them.
Oh,
women.
Wow.
Yeah, like there's this one sister she's like the Oprah of Cape Town. You know, she's a personality. She's a celebrity brand. It's called House of B&G, House and B&G champagne sparkling wine.
House of B&G, spell it for me.
B as in boy, N-G.
N-G. Oh, okay.
And so I saw her on the Breakfast Club, and then she says, "Oh, I have this wine and da-da-da-da." So I looked her company up, and and then there's another woman named Swirl, Siwelea. She makes peanut. I love pinotage. So here in California, the Seven Sisters, the rosé pinotage sold out. Everyone loved it. So she makes sparkling pinotages. This other winemaker, she makes still. So I really want to work with her. So she has 8 different brands. So yeah, there's several.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, there's a lot of up and coming Black women and men winemakers coming out of South Africa.
That's amazing. All right. So next question. What fashion trend are you ready to erase? If y'all don't have one, I have one right away. So
Oh Lord, no, you go first because I gotta think on that.
okay.
'Cause
And this doesn't exclude hair because the one I'm about to bring up is hair related.
Oh.
There is
yeah,
this like, I don't know if it's a wig or tracks, but it's bone straight. And there's a
oh
part
yeah,
in the middle
lace
and
front,
it's cut evenly all around. Y'all
like
know
a
what I'm
bow.
talking about?
Yeah. Uh-huh. You hate
I
that?
hate it because everybody's looks the same. What they do is like vary in color, but I think it
Hmm.
just looks so monotonous. Like everybody has the same hair. I really hate it. I'm ready for it to go.
Okay.
Let's see. You know what? Because here in California, I say our fashion is more like I love leggings and all that good old stuff, like active wear. But I think, oh, skinny jeans on men. Like I want that to
Mm,
go. I don't want it to be baggy, but these extra skinny jeans that
Like
I see,
you need to be able to put something in your pocket.
yeah, or
mm,
just when I see more so the younger generation, like, and I like they're like sagging skinny pants. That's what they do. Like
yeah,
to me, that I like fitted. I like when men or young men or older men wear like fitted jeans that fit them, but these skinny jeans, I want them to go. That
yeah,
whole
Because they look like leggings. Some of them be too
yes.
tight.
yeah.
And they
I've seen a
sag
couple
too.
guys.
Some
I'm
of them
like,
show
those are
they
leggings.
some of them show their, underwear. It's not cute.
Mm.
I thought you were about to say
Yeah.
it's not clean. I was about to fall.
Yeah, some of it isn't either, but it reminds me back in the day when crisscross, you
Yeah.
remember but
Jump,
they just,
jump.
yeah,
Gotta
that's basically, I would want them to get rid of that trend, that fashion.
Tanisha, you got one?
Yes, and I keep it controversial.
Uh-oh. What is it?
Um you and a lot of people do this. I mean, y'all have probably done it, so I might be talking to one of y'all. The wearing of the jacket just on the shoulders and not like putting your arms in
Are you
sleeves.
serious?
Oh my God. I don't know why. But I
Oh,
have
like
such a reaction to that. I
to
hate it
show
so
your,
much.
yeah, those are,
I'm
to sh-
like, but then it'll still be like, oh my God, it's cold. Or be like, oh, it's chilly. Or they'll pull it together. I'm like, why don't you put your arms in the sleeves? Like, that's what the jacket is for. But just wearing it on your shoulders, like, okay, this is the outfit. It would still look the same if you put your arms in the sleeves. Like, how is it
yeah.
different?
Oh my God. Why is
I
it
don't know
so
why it
funny?
bothers me. You knew it was about to be something slightly petty.
Yes. Yes.
That is
It
so
bothers
funny.
me, and the thing is, it bothers me so much. Like sometimes I'm disturbed by how much it bothers me. But I'm always just like, oh my God, put your arms in. Put your arms in the sleeves. Like I cannot. Like how is that even staying on your shoulders?
Oh man.
Where do you put your purse?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh.
That's
I
it.
have one more. The massive eyelashes.
Oh yeah, they
Girl, the
start looking like
caterpillar,
this,
butterfly, they are getting out
I
of control.
can't stand it.
and sometimes it's too thick. Like
Yes.
it's too thick. Like
Yeah.
And also,
How,
like, where are you going? Like, it's noon on a Tuesday. Like,
yeah.
why do you need this now?
Yeah.
There are
Full,
day lashes and then they're like night lashes. Like, wear those at night if you gotta wear them.
yeah,
Yeah, they getting out of hand.
Yeah. Okay. I could go on, but I'll stop there. I'm a
about 4
plain
or 5
Jane.
hot ones.
I'm a plain Jane. Okay.
Lashes are cute though, but
yeah, they
have
can
to be.
accentuate your eyes.
Yeah, right. Just
Mhm.
like mascara does. Like mascara doesn't look like that when you put mascara on, but you can definitely tell the difference with mascara. But yeah, some of them are out of control. I see some of the, YouTubers or just people on Instagram and they'll have the lashes on. I'm like, wow, did you put on 2 sets? I'm like, that can't be 1 set.
Mm.
All right, carry on.
Next question. Are you a caller or would you rather text?
I actually like talking. I
Okay.
do. It depends. Like if it's some like, yeah. If we're like, yeah, I do like calling because after a while, texting can just be too much.
Got you. I am the opposite.
You have a 4-page letter.
I'll look at my phone and be like, whose number is that?
4-page.
Nope.
You know what I'll do? I'm super petty because I'll be like, oh, this is too much to type. I'll send you an email. I do not like talking on the phone.
Really?
I don't. Not at all.
I want to go back and forth. I'll send you a voice recording if I don't want to type.
How about that?
But don't call me to talk.
I used to.
I can't. I don't know if it's because I talk all day since I teach and work with people doing all that talking, and so when I'm on my own time, like I don't like. Wait, you want me to say words? Like respond to you with words? No, I gotta do what I'm ready.
I was one of those teens that would stay all night on the phone, even up until.
Oh, that was me.
I still do. I
think I'm talked out. I
love talking. And yeah, I'm just a talker, like literally. I even drive my mother crazy. She don't even want to hear about the wine industry. She does not. So yeah, I love calling.
Would you rather have a rewind button or a pause button for your life?
I would rather have a rewind, and I say that in a good way because what I do now, I wish I could have got into it earlier.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, like what I know now about business and entrepreneurship. I majored in business, and I just wish that I could have did it like right. Still worked in corporate, but really did it in my late 20s to where I think I would have been all in, like literally what I know, just because it's just for us as a people, it's like having that, I think is important in our wealth building. So yeah, I would have rewind.
Tanisha?
Same rewind. I don't know exactly what I would rewind back to, like what's that pivotal moment that I feel like would change the trajectory of everything. But yeah, rewind to some point.
I think that I would rather pause, because if I were to rewind everything, I don't think that I would have the same maturity to carry things out if I were in wine.
So with you pausing though, you're pausing to what? Like, okay, you stop your life and then
I would want to pause
play.
Right. I would want to pause certain parts of my life.
Okay.
Let me just pause the whole wine industry so I can save all this money and then figure out what I'm going to do.
Okay.
So I wouldn't want to pause everything, just certain parts. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Well, Alicia, thank you so much for being on the show. This was awesome. Before you go, tell everybody where they can follow you and what your website is and anything you got coming up.
Yes. So thank you guys for having me. My website is thewinenoir.com. So that's THEWINENOIRE.com. Same goes for all social media. It's The Wine Noir on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and LinkedIn, YouTube, etc. And my wine club will be launching this summer. You can go on my website at www.thewinenoir.com to sign up to be on my mailing list. And the next event, I'm going to have a pop-up event at the Black Wine and Food Experience on February 1st in Oakland, California. It's sold out, and it's going to be amazing with 7 other Black wineries and 10 chefs. And it's going to be really amazing. And then I have other events coming up as well.
Great. Well, you have a wonderful week, and thanks again for being on the show.
Thank you so much.
Guys, don't forget to follow the Swirl Suite on all social media at Swirl Suite. Follow Girl Meets Class, Find Me Up, Pinot Noir, and Vino 301. Cheers, everybody.
Cheers.